Happy Wednesday, Sooner Nation. Welcome back to the Sooner Surge. Double trouble. Thanks for being on here, spending your Wednesday evening before you go to bed with us here at the Sooner Surge. We got the matching shirts, Jay.
Right. Got them.
Get yours, guys, at the fan stop. There you is. You can see it. There you are right there at the bottom. You can see it. Shop at the fan stop. 10% discount, first 3 months. Use code SURGE, and you'll, man, these shirts are soft. These are legit shirts, Jay.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Great shirts.
Definitely,
get subscribed to the Shirt of the Month Club. That's all I got to say, and use SURGE as the discount. Jay, OU women.
Dominated. Not dominated, but they got
dominated. No, but
got the win, baby.
Top 2 team in the country. First win against that high-ranked team since 2004. And Jenny Baranczyk continues to build a legacy in Norman.
Now she's got to take it to that next level. I think, beating one of these top teams like this, now you move on and just continue your solid play right now. I mean, I know they have 6 losses, I think, on the year, but they're playing awesome basketball since Big 12 play started. I mean, just unbelievable.
Shout out to Peyton Bullock. Thanks for being on here. Core Value Award winner, I saw. Congrats to that. Great leader for the Sapulpa team. Walter Rouse's interview today at Shrine Bowl, Jay.
I didn't even know that.
Genius.
What he's wanting to do outside of football, I didn't even know that was possible. 3D organs, I didn't even know that's possible. Guy is a genius. Anybody that goes to Stanford, pencil a genius by their name almost, right? I mean,
it's a pretty high academic scholarly school. Yes, Jay.
Correct.
I hope OU's got someone on this line this year transferring that can be as good as Walter Rouse was for the Sooners. I
saw a question on here about, do we think that the offensive linemen that they all have in there, will all of them redshirt? No. I think there's going to be a couple of guys from this class that are going to be playing this year in the rotation. I could see it happening. At least on the 2 deep for sure.
On the 2 deep, they're going to have 2 or 3 probably. I'll say 2. I'll say 2 guys that probably.
That's kind of what I was thinking was 2.
I think 2. Yeah, for sure. Colin says, heard this and thought it was a good question. Could we see some 12 and 13 personnel with the tight ends these next year and current?
I do. I think so.
I would love it. I would absolutely. Hey, I read the article, Jay. I don't know if you read it from SI, I believe, is where it was written by SI. And it was an article on the tight end, transfer tight end, Blake. Sharp. I'm not with it, dude. How much he played in the Wildcat, Jay?
Yeah, a lot.
A lot.
Are you talking about Bauer Sharp?
Bauer Sharp.
Yeah.
Wildcat. I'm not sure that OU is going to use him in there, but he lined up at receiver. He lined up in the backfield. He lined up on the outside.
I'm sorry, but if there's one thing I do not want to see from Oklahoma ever again, I hate the Wildcat. I hate it. I'm not a fan of the Wildcat.
It can be used really well, Jay.
I don't like it. I don't like it. And that's just me. A lot of people on here might say they like it. I don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, Blake
Bell 2.0. Yeah, maybe a goal line running back situation.
I don't know, man. Hey,
I keep wanting to call him Blake. It's Bauer Sharp.
Yeah, Bauer Sharp.
I keep wanting to call him Blake, though.
Dude, Tyler Guyton is destroying people.
Are you a little disappointed?
In what?
I'm going to say this, and it's probably going to rub people the wrong way. Tyler Guyton, was he a bust?
What? OU? What are you talking about?
At OU, did he do as well as you thought he would?
He didn't allow a sack.
Was he as good of a Sooner as you thought he would be?
As a tackle.
And look what Sooner fan says. Anyway, that's my point.
That's a different story.
That's my point.
That isn't your point. Your point said, was he a bust?
That is a bust.
No, a bust is they didn't play well.
A bust to me is he didn't pan out.
No, guys, here we go again with upside. No, bust means you didn't play well. A bust doesn't mean you set the last few games out because you're injured and didn't want to.
So Jason, tell me this: was Tyler Guyton as good of a Sooner as you thought he would be?
As an O lineman, yeah, right.
Was he as good of a Sooner as you thought he would be?
What? He was as good of a player as I thought he'd be. What?
I agree. He was as good of a player.
So a good player is a bust now. Wow.
Let me rephrase the question.
What good player is now a bust? This is news to me, dude.
Was he a disappointment, Jason? Yes or yes?
I think if OU
was he a disappointment? Yes or yes?
No.
Okay, he was to me.
Jeremy, if they would have beaten Kansas,
no, not
Jeremy. If they would have beaten Kansas, he probably would have played the last few games.
Okay, stop right there. That's all you needed to say. He's a disappointment. I want everyone.
What are you talking about, dude? You're losing your mind. You're losing your mind. I promise you.
Was he a disappointment, Jay?
No.
Well, he was to me.
How?
And I bet the majority of viewers on here think he was a disappointment for them too.
Jeremy, did he even get called for holding at all?
He was great when he played.
He played all but like the last few games. Dude, I don't know what's gotten into you tonight. I don't understand.
What's gotten into me?
That good of a play, and you're saying he's a bust at Oklahoma? This is unbelievable.
Did he play against Kansas?
So I'm going to ask you a simple question. I want you to answer. You're saying Tyler Guyton was a bust at Oklahoma, yes or no?
I already said I rephrased it.
No! Answer the question without some long.
Absolutely was a disappointment. Yes.
Was Tyler Guyton a bust?
No, I just changed. I asked you about a disappointment, dude. Jeez.
I asked you, was Tyler Guyton a bust at Oklahoma?
He was a disappointment, yes.
So now it's a disappointment. Which one is it?
I'm going with your definition of bust.
You said bust. You said bust earlier. Now you're saying disappointment.
I agree with Chief T-Bird. Was not a Cody Ford.
I've never seen anybody in my life backtrack the way you do every time you get in an argument and you know you're wrong. You start backtracking and changing the words.
No. I changed them because you said it.
You said it. You said bust.
To my definition, but you had to change the definition, buddy.
No, now you're saying disappointment. Which one is it?
He's a disappointment.
So he's not a bust.
He's uber talented. He's going to be a top 10 pick.
So he's not a bust.
I want a top 10 pick to play all year, so he's a disappointment.
So you're saying he wasn't a bust?
Not talent-wise, no.
Oh my gosh, let's move on.
Not talent-wise. Obviously, you don't know what you're talking about.
He went from a tight end to a tackle in 1.5
Keep talking.
Jeremy's right about what?
Tyler Guyton was a major disappointment for OU this year.
Because he missed the last few games? After their season was over?
Season was over. Could they make the Big 12 title game?
With a bunch of help, yeah.
No, what doesn't make sense, Jay, is you sat here and said if OU would have beaten Kansas, he would have played.
Here's what I think.
Stop. Which loss was Kansas for OU?
Jeremy, I don't even want to
Jason, what number loss was Kansas?
That was their first loss.
Okay, if they had won the rest of the games, would they have been the playoff?
Jeremy Hunter, which game did he not play in? Drop
it in the chat.
Which games? Hey, and Jeremy, you're unbelievable because my thing about Tyler Guyton, the only reason I would say disappointment, and it's not towards him, it was the way Levy used the running game. They didn't pound behind Tyler. They didn't run behind Tyler Guyton as much. He was great. I don't understand.
I agree. And Brian, can we? First off, I don't have to.
Dylan Gabriel's blindside never got touched, not once.
Can I speak here for about
350 snaps, 0 sacks, and I would beg to say, a few pressures. He was a wall. I don't understand what you're arguing about. I don't understand what you're arguing about. So,
can I speak?
Yeah, and for anybody that is whining about Tyler Guyton sitting out a couple games because he had an injury and didn't want to re-injure himself, he's going to make millions of dollars.
I'm going to speak right now, and I don't want you to
Good
interrupt.
gosh.
I don't want you to interrupt me.
I won't, believe me.
I will say Marjorie has a great point. Marjorie has a great point. But listen, here's what I will say, and I'll be done with the Tyler Guyton stuff. If people are going to say that I have it in for Tyler Guyton, you're 100% wrong. Second of all, Tyler Guyton is unbelievably gifted, talented, was a great lineman when he played. He was far and away. He was it. He was the man at offensive line in this OU offensive line. Not going to argue that. If he chose not to play, if he chose not to play because he didn't want to re-injure himself and he could have played, I have a major problem. If he was injured, I don't have a problem. But Jason, here's where I have a problem with you. The fact of the matter is this, Jason, and Hunter, if he's injured, okay, if he's injured, no, nothing against him. Nothing against him. But the problem I have with the guy sitting next to me right now, Jason.
I'm not sitting next to you. I'm miles away from you, bro.
You get the point. Metaphorically, I'm in your head all day long. So listen, here's what I would say, Jay. I have a problem with what you did, Jay. What you just said, which was this. I don't blame him. He's going to get millions.
Yeah.
That's a horrible integrity play if that's really what happened. That's all I'll say.
Okay. Move on.
Move on. Because I don't even know the situation behind Guyton. Was he injured? Was he not? I don't know. I'm not in the insider info. I'm just saying, if he could have and chose not to because going to the NFL, I have problems with that when the team is playing for a playoff berth. Do you, Jason?
It's a little bit different in my opinion. So I'm
sorry. Jason.
Fall out of your chair all you want. Jeremy, I think you ask anybody in that OU locker room, they probably think there was a slim to none chance everything was going to happen for them to get in the playoff.
What are you talking about? They could have won out and they would have been in the playoff. After the Kansas game, if they win all their games, if they
Hunter, he played in the OSU game, did he not?
What?
Didn't he play in the OSU game?
No.
He was injured.
I
think
I'm going to go with Chuck.
He might have.
I'm going to go with Chuck. We'll never know how injured he was.
Yeah,
if he chose to just opt out or not.
I thought he came back for OSU too, so I don't know what I'm talking about. Let's move on. Let's get off this subject, please.
Oh, maybe he did come back for OSU. Sorry, I thought you guys
get off this silly, dumb argument that I can't believe we're even arguing. Wow, Tanya, thanks so much. Every night, Tanya, just rock star. How are you tonight, Tanya? Doing all right? Appreciate you. Big time.
Mess says Tyler Guyton played when it mattered. Okay.
Bingo! And that's right, Jay. Tanya saved us from the argument. Now we can move on. That's a good breaking point, Jeremy. Let's move on.
Hey, again, I do want to say, if people are saying that I'm just a Guyton hater, you're absolutely wrong. I think the guy's an unbelievable.
Here we go. Let's move on. But you're backtracking into admitting everything that you're wrong about now. So let's just stop. Hey,
you're wrong. So stop.
Colin,
I tell you the one thing between me and you. The one difference between me and you, Jay, is when I have an opinion, I'll stick with it. I'm not going to say, well, he can go leave for millions of dollars.
You don't stick with your opinion. You backed it now to a disappointment from a bust. Okay?
I had to because you don't
move on. Language. Move on. It's called move on, okay? Let's go. So I saw a comment I wanted to get to. This one. Jonah Williams, a baseball player, also does Skip get another one like Tatum and Nessa? I think there's a great chance they do land Jonah Williams. And I think the baseball thing has something to do with it, in my opinion. I mean, maybe OU's becoming two-sport U with the baseball guys. I think there's a good chance they land him. I do. And look at linebacker, safety, whatever wants to play. They've been very good at recruiting that position. Brandon Hall has been outstanding. So
I'm the teacher, Brian. And how about talking about Tennessee and Virginia suing the NCAA? Look,
let's talk about that for a second.
It's unbelievable. Okay. And for people to say, well, everyone's doing it. No. Okay. Can't say that. These schools are getting caught. What's the punishment? What's the consequence?
There will be no punishment. They're suing the NCAA.
Slap on the wrist.
Jeremy, do you think they'll win?
I don't think they'll win the lawsuit. I think it's an attempt to kind of hold something against NCAA so they don't get in more trouble than they should be. If I throw the lawsuit world out there, they won't come after me. That's exactly what it is.
Hunter, I think this is the end of the NCAA having control. That's what this is going to be. It's going to have to turn into something else because they are going to lose this lawsuit, NCAA, I think.
Jay, they're asking what your job is, Ricky is. Hey, Lanil Havenland. No,
Sales
not
manager.
it, because I don't drink. So I don't drink. Red Bulls I do.
I have never had, listen, I'm in sales, okay? But I'll say this. Never one time in my life have I had a drop of alcohol. So I will say that.
I'm just a passionate guy. Sooner Legend watched the Kendall Dolby interview on a podcast and said that Zach Alley absolutely brings the juice, and that's exciting.
That's
absolutely exciting.
That's great.
I tell you, bring the juice. These shirts,
oh my gosh, that's a great comment by Chief. This is outstanding, Chief. NCAA trying to hold schools accountable is like a Walmart greeter trying to stop a shoplifter. It's not going to happen.
Stop them. You can't.
You're not going to. No.
Not allowed to.
Jimmy, this is true. You're right. But what's going to come of it? Anything? Probably not. I don't think, even if, okay, let's just say the NCAA wins it. I don't think anything's going to come of it. They're making a slap on the wrist, nothing big.
Nothing, Jay. Absolutely nothing.
But it's going to be the NCAA, the end of it, when I'm saying they're going to have to put some more rules in place with NIL. That's what has to happen. There's got to be more rules in place. I heard something today on the radio that just, well, I'm not even going to. Let's not get into that tonight.
Go ahead, Jay.
No, let's move. I don't want to get into it. They will have to have a CBA, Hunter says. I agree with that, probably.
NCAA will not win it, is what Chuck says, and nothing will come of it. NCAA's in trouble, guys. NCAA has no enforcing ability.
No, things are gonna have to change. Period.
They need a new sheriff in town, or actually, they need a sheriff in town. Period.
And listen, I think we've talked about this before, Jackson, with the commissioner, but I think it's more than that. I don't think you can have a sole commissioner. You almost need a whole board of regent type deal, not regents, but a board.
Hey, yeah. Rhett Bomar was legit, and Hunter. I think let's go ahead, Jay, with the top 5 tonight, because last night we started talking about top 5 slam dunk dunkers of all time, and it was a pretty interesting banter back and forth. Hunter's going to drop a top 5 list question every night. We want the viewers here to participate in this, and just simply 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, drop your 5. 5 being, obviously, 1 being the best, 5 still in the top 5. Hunter drops it right here. Top 5 for tonight. Top 5 OU quarterbacks of all time.
Ooh, that's a good one, Hunter.
In order. Before I get to mine.
What?
Top 5 here. Sponsored by the Fan Stop. Shop at the Fan Stop here. Use code SURGE. 10% off for the first 3 months. This shirt is soft. It's got the juice, as Zach Alley said. That's what kids say nowadays, right, Jay? This is bussin'. This is unreal. Whatever you want to say, this is it right here. Super soft. Very nice. You can get on board by doing that, and make sure you do it sooner rather than later so you can get on that, get the March St. Patty's Day OU shirt. And there's the information. Top 5 for tonight, Jay.
Jeremy, you saying bussin'? I can't handle that. So,
okay, you can't. Bussin', no cap.
Hey, who's your top 5, Jeremy?
I'm going to surprise you, I think. I'm going to do it right now. Number 5, Josh Heupel. Is he even in yours, Jay?
Go with all yours. I'll tell you mine.
Number 4, Sam Bradford. Number 3, Jamel Holloway. Number 2, Kyler Murray. Number 1, Baker Mayfield.
No Jason White.
Nope. Let me explain.
How
Let
do
me
you not
explain.
have Dylan Gabriel in your top 5? Seriously?
Okay, if
Wow.
anyone has Dylan,
Wow.
if anyone has Dylan Gabriel in their top 5,
I'm kidding.
you've lost
Kid, I kid.
all your credibility to me. Every bit of it.
Here's the
Goes
one I
out
would
the
change.
window.
Here's what I would change on yours. I would have Holloway in my top 5. I would not have Heupel. I would put Landry Jones instead of Heupel.
Okay, and here's why I would. Let me explain mine. You would not have Holloway or Heupel, right?
I would have Holloway. Yes.
Here's why I would have them both. Josh Heupel, when he won in 2000, and what he did for OU's program after the John Blake era, in my opinion, has got to solidify him in the top 5.
So you're going your top 5 based off of not playing ability.
I didn't say that it wasn't the top most talented quarterbacks.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
It was top 5 quarterbacks at OU. Josh Heupel has to be on the list because of what happened.
How can you not do the career leader Landry Jones in there?
Second of all, while I'm speaking, Jamel Holloway was the first true freshman to win a national championship. Has to be on the list.
But why no Landry Jones?
Because he never won a national championship. And I think Bradford, Murray, and Baker are all ahead of him.
It's hard for me to leave White and you left White and Landry Jones off, correct?
Yeah, what Landry Jones do, Jay?
Pass for a ton of yardage, dude.
Yep, he did that.
I mean,
I agree, Sooner fan. Baker never won one, and Bradford never won one.
Kyler never won one.
But
Kyler never won one.
Sooner fan, drop your
Kyler
top 5.
played 1 year, did he not?
Drop your top 5.
Kyler played 1 year, did he not?
And C.W. Long, he did, Jay. C.W. Long, I was very close to putting Steve Davis in my top 5. In fact, I would have him at 6 above Landry Jones and Jason White. So,
yeah, Jones was here a long time, that's for sure. Sooner fans got Baker, Sam, Kyler, Jason, and Davis. See, I would have Holloway in there, probably instead of Davis. That's just
Steve Davis was unbelievable. Steve Davis, man. Aikman was supposed to be the change. He went out to UCLA, and the rest is history.
It is it's not popularity. It's more of a opinion.
Okay. I don't know what you're talking about, Jackson. Hey, Jackson, the difference between me and you is I watch football, and I've watched it since the 70s. You've only watched it in the 2000s, bud.
And?
Jackson, you've never seen a national title at OU. I have.
Who would you take for a last-minute drive? Josh Heupel?
I want to know what Jackson meant by that.
Josh Heupel or Jason White?
For a last-second drive?
Last-minute drive.
Josh Heupel. 100% Josh Heupel.
Yeah, ignore the questions, Jeremy. They're trying to troll you. I saw there's a lot on Jason White. Chain mover, Heupel.
That's a great term, Michael Hammond. Chain mover. That's what he was.
I would take White, too. That was me. I would take White. It's a good question, though. It's a good question. Not going to argue it.
It's a good question. Absolutely. As Chief T-Bird says, Baker, Jamel, Bradford, Caleb Williams. And the beauty of it, Jackson, is you can have your opinion. In my opinion,
hey, who put Caleb Williams on here?
Chief T-Bird.
How?
Probably all because of talent. Has to be.
I mean, talent-wise, yes, you could say that.
I don't even know if he would be. I'm not even sure he would be talent-wise, Jay. As far as yards put up now as a freshman, it was great. Mez, Mez dropped something here about NIL. Players have NIL earning rights with federal antitrust protections. NCAA cannot limit their earning power to businesses outside of boosters. Antitrust won't recognize boosters as defined by the NCAA. And now I'm even more confused.
That's a long sentence. Appreciate it, Chad. Oh,
thanks, Chad.
What about this question?
Well, in my opinion, he's going to fall outside the top 10.
Yeah, here's the truth.
I love
about
Blake Bell.
Blake Bell did some great things. He did some great things at OU. And
Jason and I used to argue the crud out of Blake
Trevor
Bell.
Knight was better. Trevor Knight.
Jay liked Trevor Knight. I like Blake Bell.
But Chad, that's a great question. Thanks for the super too, bud. Appreciate
it, Chad. And hey,
here's the thing though. What?
While we're on that, Chad is a Sooner Surge Unlimited member, dropping a super. If you're not a Sooner Surge Unlimited member, Hunter's going to drop it in the chat. Join up. $4.99. All it is. You get to be a part of our Discord. Make sure you're in that, and we'll have a great time. Do it. Don't wait. Do it now.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it, Chief T-Bird. If you were going to one drive, that's a good way to put it.
And that changes everything, Jay.
And Colin says the last few years, Oklahoma softball has just dominated in shutouts, run rules, and home runs. Out of these three, which is more likely to happen again? All of them.
All of the above is not an answer choice.
There's no D, all of the above. I'm taking D, all of the above. But in all seriousness, probably run rules.
I'm going to go home runs. And Michael says shutouts.
There we go.
We're only like 10 days away, Jay.
It's like 7, I believe.
Who's getting Flow softball?
I believe it's 7 days away, is it not?
I was thinking it, well, 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8 days away, I guess it would be.
8 days. Almost 7.
Obviously, I teach English, not math.
Kel Gundy's a good one.
Kel Gundy's a good one.
Wait, did you see Pat Jones's comment?
No.
You didn't? Hunter, did you see it? Let me know if you saw it. It was about Drake Stoops. They were talking about the draft or whatever, and he's like, he's not going to get drafted because he's not that good. Hunter, did you see that?
And people are saying absolute idiot too.
Yes, unbelievable. He said he's not that good. I have a problem with some things, okay? And
I know what you're going to say.
What?
Let me
see if you're right.
I'm with you. I think what you're going to say is the problem that you have, Jay, is these NFL, these gurus who say, oh, you got to look like this. You got to run like this.
He coached in the NFL.
They leave no room for actual football players.
He coached in the NFL. And also the NFL's changed a lot since he did coach. But at the same time, a lot of the guys in the NFL, they do go off of more measurables than they used to in college. I think the analytics really get to them. And in some ways, the analytics would be great for Drake Stoops. But also in some ways, it probably wouldn't be. So I think sometimes they just – I think they overthink it. Hey, Drake Stoops is a baller, period.
Purple Orca says radio is dead, and I kind of agree. And guess what? What we're doing right now is like a 45-minute radio program every night. It's just on a different medium. It's YouTube.
These people are part of it. It's like taking calls all night, baby.
Kel, best recruiter in the Kel was an absolutely phenomenal recruiter. I don't think they lost anything with Emmett Jones. I'm just saying. Now
you can't measure heart. You're right.
Exactly. Alan Woody says, Jay says, Alan Woody, make sure you're watching live. Probably because of what he said about Tyler Guyton.
Hey, Sooner fan, does it get any better than Al Eschbach and Ryan Rahal in the early days of Tulsa sports?
Al Jerkins.
What'd I say?
Al Eschbach.
Oh, yeah, big Al Jerkins. Al Jerkins and Ryan Rahal.
Ryan Rahal was my favorite.
Those two guys were great together. And
where is Al Jerkins these days?
Here's another. I don't know. Probably he does a lot with the horse racing.
Racing, yeah.
Here's another one. This guy was unbelievable.
I already know what you're going to say.
BS on sports.
Sports.
Bill Simonson was great. He was
Bill
great.
Simonson, man, loved him. You guys remember BS on Sports in Tulsa area? It's great.
Yeah.
Someone said Al Jerkins is in Florida. Ryan Rahal was so good. He was one of the first guys I remember who actually just told it like it was.
He was outstanding. His opinions, loved it.
I would like to think I have a little Ryan Rahal in me.
Really interesting.
I'd like to think that. I think that would be a compliment if anyone's.
I was thinking more Jim Traber in you.
Okay, whatever. That's fine.
You know what you need? It's kind of interesting. You know, you can't do this on here, but on his radio show, he'll tell his producer to mute the person so he doesn't have to listen to him.
I don't do that because
you don't call people yardbirds, so that's good.
Okay, Hunter just tried to mute my mic, and I'm about to go off right now. If Hunter mutes my mic one more time, I'm going to lose my mind.
Mute him, Hunter. Mute him.
That's right. You get processed, so.
Oh, gosh. Man, you just live in this dream world. It's ridiculous.
Bill Watts. Man, that goes back. I don't remember Bill Watts, and I've listened to The Animal for a long time.
I remember Bill Watts. We have not done
trivia, Jay.
I got to get a trivia, bro. Slacking.
Don't have one, huh?
Is there ever going to be a better second base shortstop combo than Jennings Lyons? Are you talking about pure defensively? That's tough to beat. That's tough to beat.
Now, if Brito slides over to short this year, offensively, Jennings and Brito would beat that.
No, defensively?
Offensively.
Oh, I thought you said defensively too. Okay.
My phone's about to die. You're going to have to give me a second, a minute. Yeah.
Wait, why would you get on here with your phone dead?
Dude, I've been gone all day. I just pulled in the house 2 minutes before I got on this. Hey, Hunter, do you 100% know for a fact that to be true? That's my question. Do we know that? That's the question. I think she will too, but I'm not saying she won't play any short, so I'm not going to say that yet. We'll see what happens. I know she talked about playing third base, but they didn't point blank ask her is what I'm saying.
I got a trivia for these sports animal people.
Bring it.
Okay. For you sports animal people, I want to know what former, and I'm going to say former, high school coach and college coach had a radio show on the Tulsa Sports Animal. This is kind of, this probably isn't fair because some people probably don't listen to it, but I'm going to drop a point for somebody and get it while we're on this topic. Yeah, Brito has a cannon, Colby. Purple's in Shawnee, I think. Yeah, OKC won again tonight. Not the Bishop Kelly coach, not Bobby, not Pat Jones. Eric G. Let's not get on that. Eric G. was not a high school and a college coach. He was a roughneck, though, at OU. What's up, Jen? How are you? This should be easy, guys. I'm not either Sooner fan at all, brah. Don't even. I'm not going to get down that road. But nobody's got the answer yet. I'll give you a hint. Probably the greatest Oklahoma high school coach. There it is. Ron Brown got it. Bill Blankenship. In between coaching, he had a show on there. Good job, Ron. He has retired. Maybe he'll do radio again. You never know. He might. Yeah, Jeff Paxton was good, and he went. I wonder if he's still with ORU.
He was with ORU.
I don't think. No, he went to Texas Tech. That's right.
That's right. Jeff Paxton. Yeah.
So I don't know if he's still there or not. I'd be interested to know if he was still there. You already charged your phone. That was quick.
I plugged it in, Jay.
Hey, here's what else is quick. Go online, sign up for the Fan Stop. Use code SURGE, and you will get a shirt shipped to you every month. Okay? That first shirt will come fairly quickly. Get you signed up today. Use code SURGE, and you won't miss out. Look, great shirts, great looking shirts. OU fans, they're big time shirts. You don't even have to leave your house. You get a new one every month. Can't beat it.
Hey, Jen said still at the game, can't hear anything. I was going to talk about this. Obviously, on the live graphic tonight, Hunter rolled with Tyler Guyton, Bill Beatenbow, right?
Walter Rouse.
Walter Rouse. And I think you got to look at the linemen that left OU this year. How many will be drafted?
Here's 3. Walter Rouse, Andrew Rain, and Tyler Guyton will all be drafted.
How high do you think Rain goes? Top 6 rounds? 5 rounds?
Probably 5th or 6th round, I'm guessing. Here's the thing, though, and that's why I'm disappointed in the overall O-line, okay? And I don't think Lebby used that offensive line. And maybe, guys, maybe we got to put some blame on Bill Beatenbow. Because why did it take them so long to get rolling this last year? And they still didn't really get rolling. You have a good center, top 5 or 6 round draft pick, played a lot of football at Oklahoma. You have a great right tackle in Tyler Guyton. You have a solid left tackle in Walter Rouse. You have McKay Mature on his 2nd year, played pretty well. I'm just wondering why it took so long for the offensive line. Is it Lebby? Is it Beatenbow? Is it a combo of both, just not mixing?
Let me get to that. And I like Mark's comment. Pat Jones is very entertaining. I'll give him that.
He's entertainment. I agree.
And I have not seen any updates. Maybe Hunter can. Hunter's on campus. He'll be able to see updates. But Jay,
for an OSU guy, I like him. He's good.
Yeah, there's that. Let me say this, and I'm going to go back to the Kansas game. I hate to do it again. Post-game of the Kansas game, Andrew Rain was distraught. Andrew Rain could not answer questions. Do you remember this?
Go on.
Andrew Rain said he started to talk, and then he stopped, and he was like, I don't have an answer. I don't have an answer.
What are you saying, though?
To me, there was something going on offensively. Now, whether that was Dylan Gabriel.
What about Dylan Gabriel? What do you mean Dylan Gabriel?
Bill Beatenbow, was there strife there with Beatenbow and Lev? I don't know, and I'm not going to sit here and speculate, but something was going on. Something was going on.
I thought when Jeff Lebby came on board, I thought him and Bill Beatenbow would work great together. But the longer they were together, I don't think their run scheme, I don't think it worked that well for Beatenbow. I don't.
I agree. I don't think Beatenbow is a fan now. You can't argue with OU's offense was 3rd, 4th, and 5th rankings this year. If you looked at it in points, offensive yards per play, 3rd, 4th, and 5th. So, and again, I'm going to bring it up, and people are going to get on me, but people are saying hopefully the problem left with Lebby. Maybe that was the problem with Beatenbow and Lebby, but OU's going to have a hard time being 3rd, 4th, and 5th in total offense again, I promise you.
Hey, let me ask this question. I think this is going to pose a good conversation. And Mess says Lebby didn't understand situational football. 1,000% agree with you, Mess. Great point. But here's what I'll say. Can you play fast, super fast offensively, and be as physical dominating as you want to be? I don't think you can.
I don't think you can.
And I know it's like, yeah, you got to be in shape, but do you really want do you really want the big hogs up front running up and down the field trying to get set, or do you want them to rest a little bit and then mow people over?
Yeah, even watching the bowl game, they slowed it down, but Caleb Schaefer and Everett were panting. They couldn't even stay up with it.
Go watch Michigan. Michigan did a slight huddle every time. They don't.
Well, Jay, that's because there's something, in my opinion, there's something about coming out of a huddle and walking to the line of scrimmage with 5 dudes over 300 pounds walking your way. In the no huddle, you're just standing there. There's a presence about walking everyone to the line. You agree with that?
Yeah, I agree with that, Jeremy. Chief says Kevin did it in LA. It wasn't at the speed of Lebby. It was a little bit slower, but it was super fast at the time. And they did not win a natty. They should have, but they didn't. But they should have.
No, and I actually disagree, Ron. I think OU was pretty good condition. Schaefer and Everett weren't ready for that game. I promise you that, physically or condition wise. And Mess, that's kind of my point. Was there it seemed like there was a DG thing too in that game. I'm just saying. I don't know what it was. We'll never know, as Chuck said earlier.
Great question, Dalpost. OU's stats offensively were skewed. Bar none, Dalpost. Arkansas State, TU. Who am I missing? Give me another one. Give me the other non-con game. Arkansas State, TU. Who was it? Come on. SMU. SMU's a pretty
bad game.
SMU's a pretty good team. I'm just saying, you take Hunter. I don't know if Hunter could do it. But you take TU and Arkansas State out of the stats. Where does OU rank?
But you can't do that.
Yeah, you can.
No, you can't take teams off your schedule.
I can if I want to.
Okay, well, let me take these 3 games off and OU's a national freaking champion.
I'm not talking about winning games. I'm talking about
absolutely ridiculous
stats. Skewed stats. Offensively, they had skewed stats, and you know it.
They didn't have skewed stats.
They scored 160 points in 2 games.
Yeah, those are pretty big-time games.
Against blind Popcorn University. That's
in those 2 games
for the year.
Well, then don't count any other stats that the defense played good in.
Hey, Brian, I know other top teams play crap teams.
Exactly, Brian, you're right.
I'm not saying that's not true. I think their stats are skewed too.
How many yards did OU put up in the bowl game, Jay? 600. Was that skewed against a really good Arizona team?
No, they didn't. That was a good game offensively. They didn't score as many points, but who said absolutely ridiculous? Jeremy? Is that you, Jeremy?
I always say absolutely ridiculous.
That's not even, you can't even use that term. You can't use absolutely and ridiculous in the same sentence.
I absolutely can.
How?
It's for effect and emphasis.
So I can.
Do you ever say totally awesome?
So I can say that's an absolutely moronic statement.
Yes, it's an adverb.
Okay, wow. That was an absolutely moronic statement by you. Okay.
Okay, good. I'll give a grammar lesson right now.
I don't want a grammar lesson. I don't need one.
Okay. Look, I'm not.
You're wrong.
You lose my mind right now about.
You're wrong, Jay. You know what else he says a lot? Let me back up a minute. Let me back up and go over what I really wanted to say.
Hey, I got to do a lesson right now. Sorry, Purple Orca's got me here. Adjective, you thought. Well, it can be an adjective. But if I'm saying absolutely moronic or absolutely ridiculous, I'm describing an adjective. Adverbs describe adjectives, not adjectives. Adjectives describe nouns. Absolutely is an adverb.
It depends on what word you use it with.
Absolutely is almost always an adverb, I'm pretty sure. But what do I know? I'm just an English teacher. Should other teams, and look, I'm not going to lose my ever-loving mind tonight on the Jeff Levy thing. Time's going to tell. Look, I would be 100% okay next year if OU is the top 20 offense and wins the Natty. I don't care.
Will they be better this year offensively?
I'm not Dionne Warwick. There's another one of my quotes. I'm not a psychic hotline. Someone mentioned.
I'm asking your opinion.
Al Espec earlier. I'm not a psychic.
There's a difference between opinion and fact. I'm asking your opinion.
No, you said will they?
Yeah, in your mind. I'm asking you.
Do you think?
Will they? I'm asking you. Will they?
I think that next year OU will not be a top 5 offense in the country. I think they'll be a top 15 offense, and we may like it better.
Michael looked it up.
Why do you need to look it up? I'm the teacher. I told you could say that.
I've said it before on the show. I've said they're going to have a worse offensive in stats, but they're going to be better situationally.
The
Which would be
Chief
better
T-Bird is
versus-
so awesome. Oh,
What?
oh my! I'm in heaven right now. Chief T-Bird talking about the impact of this. I feel like I'm in AP Lane class. This is great. C.W. Long, you juxtapose the words. Jason, do you even know what that means? Because I do.
I thought CW misspelled a word. I've never heard of juxtaposed.
You don't know what a juxtaposition is?
I have never in my life heard of a juxtaposition.
Okay, well, you need to
What
look
is
it
a
up. It's great.
juxtaposition?
Hunter better know what it is.
What is a juxtaposition? That's not even a real word.
Yet,
That
Jay,
is not
if
a
people
real
wanted
word.
Jason, if people wanted to juxtapose us, they would say these things like this. Jeremy is smart, intelligent. Jason is an absolutely moronic person. Jeremy's got the Ryan Day hair, looks the part. Jason, we don't even know. What does that mean, Jay? I'm juxtaposing. What am I doing?
You're making fun of me. You're
It's
comparing.
a side-by-side comparison is what a
Comparing.
juxtaposition is.
Well, then use the word comparing, not juxtaposition.
Nah. Walter Rouse would know what juxtaposition is, Jay.
Oh, I
Walter
promise you
Rouse
that.
would
Hey.
know what it is.
Jeremy, have you ever told your wife she's being absolutely ridiculous?
I've told a lot of people, so probably yes.
Wow.
Anytime she turns the channel from a Hallmark to one of the CSI movies, I'm like, you're absolutely ridiculous. Put it back on Hallmark.
Wait. Hold on for a second. You're the one getting mad when she changes it off of Hallmark, or she gets mad when you change it to CSI?
I'm absolutely getting mad.
When she changes it from Hallmark to CSI?
Yes, I don't like CSI. I like Hallmark. Hey,
You lost your man card big time tonight.
my go-to example, Jay, I gave my man card up when I got married, okay? Jeez. My go-to example is go back to the Army game. Our pass defense stats look great. Why? Because they didn't throw the ball. You're right. I agree with that, Dow boys. You're absolutely 100% correct.
So the offense can look great even though they're not actually great.
Yes.
There was one. I would say there was one game this year where the offense was great situationally. Texas.
You're going to say because the one drive. But
No,
Jay, I think
no,
there's so
multiple
many
times
teams
in that
you could
game.
say that about, though. There's so
What?
many teams. And do you know why the offense, and I'm not going to get on it because we're already at 47 minutes. Do you know why the offense doesn't seem offensively, situationally great very often? You got a mid quarterback back there behind center who doesn't make a lot of plays when you need them. And that's a story for another day. Okay, I'm not going to go there.
You wanted to end it on that night, no, didn't you? Here we go.
Mark
Yeah,
Hampton, you are absolutely right.
Hey, you know what? The good thing to do is save that for the Discord. If you guys aren't signed up for unlimited membership, get on the Discord. Be a part of it. Right there.
Why would you not?
Promise you, get on there. We're going to start having voice calls on there. We'll talk to y'all in person. Y'all can let Jeremy. Let her rip to Jeremy.
It does have a voice call option, and we tested it out the other day. It'll be fun. You guys can rip me all the time. I don't care. But you got to be an unlimited member first. I don't know. Again, it's one drink a month, a $4.99 drink. Why would you not? And get on the fan stop and use the code SURGE. Hey, Jay, Mark Hampton says, y'all remind me of my brothers, one young one, one older. When someone came, and this is true. Remember the tag team fight we were in, Jay? We got in one fight. And my mom didn't get scared and moved us to Philly like the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. We got in one little fight, and it was a tag team duel, neighborhood kid, and we actually played by the rules. We tagged each other in. I went at it for a little bit. Jay went at it. Jay started to pull in the hair, but I kind of gave him the fisticuffs there. But Jay would go in and pull the hair. But remember that fight, Jay?
Yeah, I choose to forget that.
Okay.
Times.
That was the one time.
Does it have a voice stop option for every time you use juxtaposition? You know what we should do on here? We should do where they have to drop, maybe in the Sooner Surge Unlimited member, they got to drop a word that we have to say at least 5 times in our live.
It'd have to be clean. I promise you that.
Obviously, yeah. Yeah. Juxtaposition. I learned something new tonight.
Chief T-Bird again dropping a super because Chief T-Bird is unbelievable.
Oh, this is a great comment. Hey, Hunter,
this is great.
Hey, Chief, my vocabulary is not that great. And I'm not the smartest tool in the shed, guys. I don't claim to be. And listen, I don't see a point in life at all to use the word juxtaposition over comparison. There's not one reason to use the word juxtaposition unless you're teaching English. Why else? Hunter, have you used it in your lifetime after graduating from Jeremy's class? Have you used the word juxtaposition?
Brian
No.
says he did.
Who?
Brian, your statement should say my girlfriend and I, though, not me and my girlfriend.
How did you use that the other? That's baloney, Brian.
Hey,
I don't believe it. I don't buy it.
I will say this. Tyler Guyton, Chief T-Bird brings us full circle moment here.
Yeah, thanks for the super, Chief.
Yes, appreciate you, Chief. Tyler Guyton, look, guys, get ready to record. We're at 50-30. Get ready. I was wrong on the word. Let me talk. I'm getting ready to admit something. It's the first step. I was wrong based on your definition of bust. Was I disappointed? I was absolutely disappointed that Tyler Guyton didn't finish the season. And I really hope it was because he was hurt. That's what I would say. And if he was, he was a phenomenal Sooner when he was played. He was phenomenal.
Hey, Jimmy's right. In a Bible study, maybe I can understand.
Exactly.
That's a great point, Jimmy.
Great point.
I was at a Bible study tonight. I did not use that word. Maybe I will next time. So.
Yeah. Yeah, nothing but love.
Hey, same time tomorrow, 9:30. Every single night, we'll be here, 9:30.
7 days a week, 364 days a year. We missed one last year, Thanksgiving. Sorry. We'll be here every night. It's not easy, but it's fun. I promise you that. And it's easy with you guys because you're great viewers, great comments. Keep them rolling. Appreciate it. Again, one more time. Check out the
Look at that comment by Michael. Gosh.
Do what?
Look at the comment by Michael. He's saying, I got a dark background and you got a light. I guess he's saying I'm the bad guy and you're the good guy. I don't know what he's saying. Hey, yeah. Tomorrow, the trivia winner will be announced.
Trivia winner will be announced tomorrow for the month of January. I can't believe it's already February 1st. It's almost softball season. Again, 2 requests from everyone. Actually, 3. The least you could do before you get off here is go like. The very least. Please. It's a click of a button. Okay, juxtapose that click of a button with maybe the next step, which would be a Sooner Surge Unlimited member. Okay, $4.99. Hop on board, get on the Discord. And then the third thing here, go check when you leave this live. Just go check out the Fan Stop and look at the products. Check out the products. They got awesome shirts. They're super soft and comfortable. You get 10% off by using our code SURGE. Okay, Surge, 10% off for the first 3 months. You need to do it by February 20th so you can get the March shirt, which is the St. Patty's Day OU shirt. You'll want that one. Thanks a lot, Sooner fans. Appreciate it.
Till next time. He's out. Boomer, guys.